Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel True TV Africa, and as I remain your boy Gabriel, and please kindly subscribe to my channel and please view my videos. And the news reaching is about a statement by President Ramaphosa on the measure to combat coronavirus epidemic in South Africa, and he released a press briefing, and I will give you insight into what the president said about the coronavirus and how to cope the measure of it, how to cope the spread of the coronavirus in South Africa. Now he said, my fellow South African, it is a week since we declared the coronavirus pandemic a national disaster and announced a package of extraordinary measures to combat this grave public health emergency. The response of the South African people to this crisis has been remarkable. Millions of our people have understood the gravity of the situation. Most South Africans have accepted the restrictions that have been placed on their lives and have been taking responsibility for changing their behaviors. From religious leaders to sporting associations, from political parties to business people, from trade unions to traditional leaders, from NGOs to public servants, every part of our society has come forward to confront this challenge. Over the past week, South Africa have demonstrated their determination, their sense of purpose, their sense of community, and their sense of responsibility. Now, he also stated that on behalf of the nation, I would also like to thank the health officers, our doctors, nurses, and paramedics who are on the front line of the pandemic, our teachers, border officials, police and traffic officers, and all the people who have been leading our response. This regulation has restricted international travel, prohibited gathering of more than 100 people, closed schools and other educational institutions, and restricted the sales of alcohol after 6 p.m. And it said, we are therefore once more calling on everyone to wash hands frequently with hand sanitizer or soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Cover a nose and mouth when coughing and sneezing with a tissue or flexed elbow. Avoid close contact with anyone with cold or flu-like symptoms. Everyone must do everything within their means to avoid contact with other people. And he also said, today there are over 340,000 confirmed cases across the world. In South Africa, the case has been confirmed and it has increased in just 8 days from 61 cases to 402 cases. It is clear from the development of the disease in other countries and from our own modeling that immediate switch and extraordinary action is required if we have to prevent a human catastrophe of enormous proportion in our country. That's what Ramaphosa said. We must therefore do everything within our means to reduce the overall number of infections and to delay the spread of infections over a large period. What is known as flattening the curve of infection. Our analysis of the progress of the pandemic informs us that we need to urgently and dramatically escalate our response. Without incisive actions, the number of people infected will rapidly increase from few hundreds to 10,000s and within a few weeks to hundreds of thousands. This is extremely dangerous for a population like ours, with a large number of people with suppressed immunity because of HIV and TB and high level of poverty and malnutrition. As a consequence, the National Coronavirus Command Councils have decided to enforce a national lockdown for 21 days with effect from midnight on Thursday, 26 March. And this is a decisive measure to save millions of South Africans from infection and save the life of hundreds of thousands of people. While this measure will have a considerable impact on people's livelihood, on the lives of our society and our economy. The human cost of delay this action will be far, far greater. From midnight on Thursday 26 March until midnight on Thursday 16 April, all South Africa will have to stay at home. The category of people who will be exempted from this lockdown are following: health workers in the public and private sectors, emergency personnel, those in security services such as the police, traffic officers, military medical personnel, soldiers, and other persons necessary for our response to the pandemic. It will be concluded that involved in the production, distribution, and supply of food and basic goods, essential banking services, the maintenance of power, water, and telecommunication services, laboratory services, and provision of medical and hygienic products. A full list of essential personnel will be published. All shops, businesses will be closed except for pharmacies, laboratories, banks, essential financial and payment services, including the JSE, supermarkets, petrol stations, and healthcare. Companies that are essential to the production and transportation of food, basic goods, and medical supplies will remain open. Companies who operate required continuous processes such as furnace, underground mine operation will be required to make arrangements for care and maintenance to avoid damage to their continuous operation. And this is the speech that the president have given to curb the widespread of coronavirus. And he also stated South Africa citizens and residents arriving from high-risk country will automatically be placed under quarantine for 14 days. Non-South Africans arriving on flights from high-risk country we prohibited a week ago will be turned back. International flights to Lazaria Airport will be temporarily suspended. International travelers who arrived in South Africa after 9 March 2020 from high-risk country will be confined to their hotel until they have completed a 14 days period of quarantine. Fellow South Africans, our country finds itself confronted not only by a virus that has infected more than a quarter of a million people across the globe, but also by the prospect of a very deep economical recession that will cause business to close and many people to lose their jobs. We are today announcing a set of interventions that will help to cushion our society from these economic difficulties. These are the words and speech by our president, South African president, and this is where Truth TV Africa will be drawing the curtain on the speech that the president gave concerning the widespread coronavirus. So thanks for staying to Truth TV Africa, and thanks for subscribing to Truth TV Africa. But it has been a pleasure bringing you the speech that the Cyril Ramaphosa has given this evening to the people of South Africa. God bless everyone. Thanks for staying to TV Africa. Thank you. Goodbye for now.